So this engine, this 671, was vibrating violently. You might not have been able to tell in the video, but it was really, I mean, it was just shaking like crazy. And all of these bolts that holds this on, except for one bolt, was still all the way in tight in one hole, and then another one was like halfway out, and all the rest of them were just completely gone. But they were the two that were next to each other, and this was just wobbling around. And you can see if I spin it here, it's got a clean spot right there, where shiny spot where it was rubbing. Well, it was clean until I touched it, but yeah, this was trust me, there's shiny metal under there. I had my greasy hands on it, but yeah, that's how far it was off. And normally there's a good almost a ½ inch of clearance in there, so that's how much off center it was. And as soon as I get this other hub pulled, so I pulled the fan. This is for a 4104. This is like unobtainium. If you get a chance to get a few of these, if you have a 4104, always pick it up. But it's rubber inside of here, and it's like a dampener for the fan, so that it's not handling all the stress directly from the crankshaft with the fan motor in there. So this is really hard to get, and this is what I initially thought was going to be wrong with it, until I saw this thing flopping around. And it's keyed. This is keyed in there. And you got to use a puller for this too. So this is already pulled off, and I'm waiting to get. I had to get longer bolts for my puller to pull this one off. And we'll see how bad it's damaged on the back side. It feels like the holes are wallowed out, but I can't see anything back there, and you can just barely get a fingertip in there. It's really tight. So see what happens. Well, I got them off, and you see how the holes are not round like they're supposed to be, because those bolts were loose, and like I said, all of them were gone except for two. And look at the inner one, it's even worse. It's wallowed out all the way through. That's how much off-center weight, if you can imagine that amount of weight just banging around on that engine, off-centered like that. I said it was bouncing violently. I don't know how else to describe it. I was like, holy shit, what the... So you can tell they were off-center. We called Luke at US Coach, and he's gonna try to pull some off of a used coach for us and send them out. Obviously those can't go back on. I'm not really sure what would have made them get loose, other than the fact that, hell, it's a 60-year-old bus, so one at a time here and there over time, and just didn't get noticed. Or I assume it probably wallowed out recently, though, once that something on the opposite side came out, and then that allowed it to really shift around a lot. So I don't know that that's like old damage. I think it's just violent new damage, because a year ago it wasn't vibrating weird. And there's no reason to have these off. I mean, you can't even get to the bolts on them. They're all the way on the back side the way this is mounted in here. So this is quite a fun project.